Okay, we'll start recording. Hey guys, Coach Todd here. June 25th, Elevation Coach Call. Tonight is a Q&A session. We're getting towards the end of the month. We got 5 days before the end of the month. I know there were 3 or 4 people on the team who were pretty close to reaching Success Club 5. And actually talked to Heath today about how he can get to Success Club 5 after his vacation down in Disneyland and getting back on track. And then, so I know a lot of people had some questions about connecting with people or how to achieve certain goals. So I'm assuming you guys are coming to the table with some questions. And if you want to, ask away. I am here to answer whatever you guys have for me, to the best of my ability from what I've experienced.
I can't explain to you.
Is it possible to get a list of practical steps together to put your blog together and not just put a blog together, but to fill in this what am I trying to say? To get it to a level that where we can draw people in, basically.
Step by step?
Practical, a list of generic steps. Some of the steps are obvious, but it's like a lot of little things that I'm learning that I overlooked in my process, with regard to keywords and naming your images after the, for placement and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, there's some things you can do with what's called on-page SEO, which is, putting your keywords in the body of your blog, making sure your keyword is in your title. But if you just go and do a search on Google for on-page SEO 2015, you'll get some really good criteria for on-page SEO. And pretty much everything SEO related I do right now is from a website called sourcewave.net. Sourcewave.com. SOURCE-wave.com.
I recall you mentioned it before, but someone like you might be able to look on that page and decipher what exactly it is they're talking about. Whereas someone that's relatively new to it might have to learn a foreign language in order to really understand what they're trying to get across. So if it could be a list of practical steps that could be broken down and something that the beginner could look to for.
Yeah, that's actually what SourceWave has. If you go to source-wave.com, and on their homepage, it says, number 1, it says new, start here. And then number 2 is beginner SEO. And then 3 is called pure profit tactics. 4 is client SEO. That's not something we really do. Number 5 is backlinking. That would be, how to boost your rankings in Google. 6, keyword research. There's an incredible amount of stuff there. I would start there with beginner SEO. Honestly, it's not a complicated process. It is super simple, like you said, and SourceWave does a really good job of blinding out those details. On pages, so tags on images, that kind of, just a basic checklist. And if you're using WordPress, there's a plugin called Yoast SEO, and that will give you a checklist of things to do. It'll do you have your keyword in your title? Do you have your keyword in the body of your text? Do you have it in H2 format? Do you have it provides a checklist for you for all those things.
And that's Yoast.
Yoast SEO. It's a plugin. Just type in, when you go to WordPress and you go to install a new plugin or search for a new plugin, just type in Yoast, and it has something like 6 million downloads. It's the most popular SEO plugin.
120. Now we're gonna get this
and that'll give you that checklist of what to do. But as far as, you know, even more important than the SEO when you're blogging, though,
most people don't
and sharing that. So
the beef. It's a risk to present.
while I was blogging and everything, I was connecting with 5 to 10 people a day through Facebook Live pages. And I would start conversations with these people about what they were doing with P90X and, you know, insanity and all this stuff. I would start conversations with these people, and then when I shared my blog posts on my Facebook, they got value from that. The people that I was connecting with daily on Facebook. That's how I grew my Facebook and online presence when I started out, is by doing the hard work of connecting with people on Facebook and then consistently blogging 3 to 5 times a week, and then sharing that info on my Facebook wall. And the people that I was connecting with already had an interest because they were already doing Beachbody workouts.
We're cooking a lot.
Does that make sense?
A lot of different ways.
But it really, the most important
Salt.
part of that entire equation is consistency.
Sure.
It can't be, you know, whenever you feel like it. It can't be once a week. It's, you know, if you want to build things quickly, you got to provide a lot of value.
I'm still really, really tough. There's no room for error on
And
this.
however you do that, video,
Try and speed up those
comedy,
mushy type
you got to be consistent.
butter bite.
I'm starting to sweat like crazy.
Oh man, look at that.
Well, check the done this on the rib. I want to take my time,
All right.
cut out about midway.
Any other questions?
Pick it up. It starts cracking. To me, it's ready.
It's not as limber as I really want it at this point. I'll pick them up.
Hey, Todd, I have a question.
Yeah.
As far as like ordering of priorities for things to do, I was thinking Facebook like page, a blog, and then a website after that. Thoughts on that? I mean,
I would agree with that. If I could go back, see, when I started, we didn't have challenge packs. We didn't have training on how to really get people started. So basically, I was just like, okay, I guess I'll make a website. I guess I'll start making YouTube videos. But I think that would be the right approach. Facebook is the quickest way to get started, the quickest way to connect with people. And then if you want, yes, a Facebook like page is a really good idea. And Miguel Carrasco has a phenomenal training on Facebook like pages. I don't know if you've seen it.
I may have. I saw somebody's training that popped right up at the top that was a Beachbody coach.
It's where he, I posted it in Elevation Coaches before, but
Okay.
he talks about how, you know, you really shouldn't be doing any advertising on your Facebook like page until
Yes.
you have at least 1,000 followers.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a phenomenal training. He does a really good job of telling you how to create ads, and what the process is for, you know, helping that person move from clicking on your ad to messaging you about a challenge group, or then just connecting with your personal Facebook page, just something.
Sure. What was his last name again?
Carrasco.
That training is on Scotty Hobbs' YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah, if you just go to Scotty Hobbs' YouTube channel, it says like top coach social media or something. I think that's the title, something like that.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah. But yeah, I would agree with that process of you know, using your personal Facebook page, creating a like page, and really whatever you do, you want to make that your primary focus. I don't want you trying to build up a like, and, you know, and you make 75% effort and then another 25% of your effort to blogging or something like that. You know, if I could have gone back, I would have given 100% of my effort to Facebook when I started out. And then once I reached, you know, like Emerald Coach or possibly, you know, I skipped over Ruby and went straight to Diamond. But I probably would have waited till I was a Diamond Coach to really, really focus on a blog. Because what I would want to do is I would have rather put 100% of my effort into connecting with people on Facebook and creating a like page and learning as much about operating a like page as I can, so that I can get a steady stream of customers flowing in from my like page. And then while that machine is sort of running, then I start developing a blog.
Sure, makes sense.
Yeah.
So on your like page, would you recommend putting things that you would consider for a blog in terms of slightly longer articles? Or would you keep them to short posts?
Yeah, absolutely. With my like page, I set up a feed so that when I post a blog post on my website, it automatically gets posted onto my Facebook like page. So I recommend sharing your YouTube videos, sharing your blog posts on your YouTube your Facebook like page. Absolutely.
Thanks.
See how many people we got on here. I think we just got us 6 people. All right. So what are the biggest struggles that you guys have encountered so far? I know some of you are like Adrian, you've only been a coach for a month or 2. What are some struggles that you guys are running into right now?
The biggest thing I'm hitting. Go ahead.
I was saying conversion. I've been doing the ads, and getting people to click on the ads, that hasn't been a problem, but actually converting them and getting emails from them, that's been pretty slow going.
What are you offering in return for their email?
I've offered free programs, basically. I've gone to that extent. Each one I just gather the data from it and go back to the drawing board. Yeah.
Like a free fitness program?
Yeah. I mean, a couple of challenge group ads ago, it would be a drawing for at any program they're choosing.
Oh, I see what you're saying. If you join my challenge group, there'll be a drawing for.
Yes.
Okay. I think the reason you're probably not converting is because, well, at least if I were to go to that page, there's no value in the customer's eyes in the possibility of winning something. It's just it's when you consider something of value that's, like I'll use my 5-day boot camp, for instance. The way I advertise that boot camp on my blog is, enter your email below for my 5-day video series and learn how to prevent failure and how I lost 60 pounds and got absolutely ripped. That's compelling. That's okay. I want to know how he lost 60 pounds first. Obviously, you're going to you want your story to be a part of that. And also you want something that, sort of perks their interest. And I honestly don't know that straight up like Google AdWords advertising. I don't know any coaches who do Google AdWords with success.
Well, I don't do Google AdWords. I do Facebook.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, you might rewatch that training by Miguel Carrasco because he never asks for people's contact information. Usually he's always telling them to contact him on his personal Facebook page?
I mean, I'm running ads constantly, and I've tried various different approaches, and I take the results from that, and I'm continually modifying it till I touch on that sweet spot. So it's all been a series of trial and error thus far.
Yeah,
But
and
that's
that's what advertising is.
But if you were to ask where am I stumbling right now, that's where it is.
Okay. I wish I knew more about pay-per-click advertising. I mean, I've done a lot of training on it, but usually I've never done any, beach body advertising. So you might consider creating a resource, whether it's a 3-5 day video series like I've done.
I have that, and
Okay.
right now I'm trying to work it into the landing with the automated emails. I'm trying to learn WebShip and implement that onto the blog. But right now that does exist, and I advertise that periodically as well. As a matter of fact, there's a call to action advertising that on every video I put out.
Okay. Whew, I gotta stand. Pretty warm.
So I'm brand new to coaching, and I was wondering if when you're talking about the Facebook invites, are you creating a join page or like an advertisement or something like that, and then inviting people to come and check it out? Or are you just touching base with people that you're having contact with and basically getting a feel for them and seeing where they're at with their fitness goals?
Is that directed to me?
You or Coach Todd, anyone that has any Facebook experience as far as getting invites going?
Oh, that would be Todd.
When I've shared this a few times in previous coach calls, but I'll share it again since we have some new people on this call. When I got started as a coach, like I said, we didn't have challenge groups. We didn't have any kind of training. When the concept of the challenge group finally did come out, I personally messaged 132 people on my Facebook friends list. And I went straight dirty car salesman, and I said, the very first message I sent them was, hey, I'm doing a 90-day P90X challenge group. I thought of you. Would that be something you think you'd be interested in? That was the first thing I said to people who I hadn't talked to in 6, 8, 10 years. So I could have handled that better, but as a result of just reaching out to that sheer number of people, I had 11 people get Shakeology on Home Direct and order P90X. This was before Challenge Pack, so they actually had to buy 2 things. So 11 people out of 132 with a dirty salesman intro. So it really was just starting out as a coach. That is the best place to start, is with your warm market or the people you already know. Get on your Facebook friends list, start up a conversation with someone. If you need help doing that, day 3 on Elevation Coaches Training, or elevationcoaches.com. Day 3 has a training on how to build relationships using a process called FORM. And then day 4 is by my desk. Day 4 is how to invite people to a challenge group, and that covers like the 5-step invite process, which is really, really helpful. And that's actually what I used when I messaged those 132 people, is the 5-step invite process. I followed it to a T. I don't even think I modified it. I just copied and pasted, which is terrible, which is probably why I only got 11 out of those 132. But yeah, I highly recommend just going straight to your current friends list or people that you already know who are in your phone contacts. You can text them, say, what's up? Just wanted to see what you thought about doing this, doing like a 30-day accountability group with me. I've been trying to get in shape, and I thought maybe you might want to do that with me. Just reach out to people, make it casual, but start out with the people you already know.
Okay, good.
And then from there, go ahead.
I was just going to say that brings me into my question is that people are responding back, you know, and they want to do an accountability group, but not necessarily, they don't want to work out at home, they don't want to buy anything, they don't want to pay for anything, you know, so then I know there's a whole training on overcoming objections, but do you have any thoughts on how you would respond back to someone who said, well, actually, I just had to mail PIO back because I have back issues and I don't want to work out at home, but I want to join your group. And I'm going, well, I don't think my group's going to work for her, but do you have thoughts on how you'd respond back in a way that wouldn't be so off-putting as, you know, because on some level you don't want to burn a bridge there, even if she's not going to fit in the group.
Yeah. There are some coaches who run challenge groups where they allow people who are not doing Beachbody fitness programs in their groups. I will leave that completely up to you. But me personally, I don't allow the person in my challenge group unless they're doing a Beachbody fitness program. Now, how to respond to that person when they say, no, I don't want to do a Beachbody workout, you can say, I totally get that. And how I usually respond to, especially a lot of guys email me who just go to the gym. They don't do Beachbody workouts, they go to the gym. I always ask them, how's that working for you? Are you getting the results that you want? And that question, not a single time has a person who has emailed me for help that's been going to the gym has answered, yes, I love the results I'm getting. Not a single person in 4 years has ever said that to me who goes to the gym, because they're emailing me because what they're doing is not working. And you want to sort of get them to think about how frustrating it is that what they're currently doing is not working for them. So that's where I try and draw their attention is to, you know, well, if you don't want to do the Beachbody workout, you know, are you happy with what you're currently doing? Are you getting the results that you want? And if they say no, then I would ask them, you know, well, what are you willing to do to change that? So that's how I would approach that. And really, you know, you can do that in a way, you can word those responses in a way that shows that you still care. I help people all across the world. I get a lot of emails from college-age guys in the Middle East and from the Scandinavian countries, the UK, Germany, China, a lot of Chinese guys emailing me, asking me nutrition questions, and I help them. I know Beachbody's going to go global one day, so I'm going to have a built-in customer base. But our goal as Elevation Coaches is to elevate others, whether or not we make a commission. So I will leave that discernment up to you, whether or not you want to allow people who aren't doing a Beachbody workout in your challenge groups.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I was trying to think of that. One of the trainings I read had said, you know, always have that free backup of what could you offer them instead to show that you really do care about them, even if they don't, you know, even if you don't want to let them in your challenge group. But I'm thinking, you know, a Facebook like page where I can put some more content than you could put on your personal page, maybe could help bridge that gap there.
Yeah. What I would recommend doing is create a general fitness Facebook group. You know, mine is just Rip Club. And these are, after my challenge group is finished, I move those people from the challenge group into my general fitness group, so they still have a place where there's interaction. There's just no daily challenges or anything. So what you could do when they say, no, I don't want to do a Beachbody workout, no, I don't want to join, I do want to join a challenge group, you can say, well, actually, the challenge group is only for people doing Beachbody workouts, but I'd be happy to add you to my general fitness and motivation group where I post motivational stuff and tips to help people, and we all interact there together. It's just not as what do you call it? Not as dedicated.
Focused.
Right.
Yeah, not as focused as a challenge group. That's a good word.
Right. Perfect. That was kind of what I was thinking of doing already in the back of my mind, just, you know, because I really do want to help people, but I'm doing the free challenge group right now, and it's a lot of time. It's a lot of time. So
It is. It's a lot of effort, but the more I would say the more effort you put into those challenge groups, the better. The better the experience your challengers have, the more likely they're going to want to continue that process. They're going to be like, holy cow, the 30 days is already up. I want to keep going. And that's where you have an opportunity to say, you know what, why don't you help me run my next challenge group? You can join my
Yep.
as a coach. You can invite people to the challenge group and we'll run it together.
Yeah, no, that's exactly it. But it's just also shown me it's so much effort that I don't know that I would want to put that much effort in for completely free with getting nothing in return for someone who's flat out said, no, I don't ever want to do that.
Yeah. Usually, you know, when I go through all my objection busting and a person still does not want Shakeology, I still add them to the challenge group, and about midway through the challenge group, usually they end up ordering Shakeology because they see, you know, everybody else in the group raving about it. So that's always fun to see.
Hey, Todd, in your general fitness group, how often are you posting in that?
Not enough. When that was my primary, before challenge groups, when my general fitness group was my primary source of activity with my customers, I was posting, you know, probably 3 times a day.
Okay.
Something motivational, and then I would post my blog post in there or a YouTube video that I created, and then some sort of fitness tip or you guys know me really well. I like comedy stuff, so I would post fitness memes in there. Just things to liven up the atmosphere and keep people focused, really.
So shorter things than what you would typically put in a challenge group, though, right?
Yeah, I'm definitely not doing like saying today I want you to, you know, I'll do short things like, hey, today for accountability, post a picture of your lunch. I'll do something like that that's really quick, but I don't do long challenges that
Gotcha.
require a lot of detail or a lot of follow-up either. All right, we got a couple more minutes, guys. Any other questions? All right. Well, I hope you guys got some value from this call. If you have any other questions, if you have anything you're struggling with or you're just hitting a wall with something, please, please, please let me know. I want to see if I can help you, and post in the Elevation Coaches group so that the team can see what you're struggling with. And a lot of times, you know, we feel like we're the only ones struggling with whatever it is we're struggling with. And then you find when you post in our coaching group, you know, there's another person in there that was too scared to ask. You're like, oh my gosh, thankfully you're going through the same thing. I was wondering the same exact thing. So really do not hesitate to reach out to me or the entire coaching group to ask questions or express frustrations with a wall that you're hitting and you just can't seem to get past, and we can help you get past that as a team. So I appreciate you guys making the time to get on the call, and you guys have an awesome night.
You too, Todd.
Thanks, Todd. You too. Bye.